Hi, we're Group Awesome. We are in EDM 310 at the University of South Alabama. I'm Michael Morris.
And I'm Nancy Nelson.
And I'm Amy Harcher. Our lesson is prepared for a third grade social studies class. Our lesson objectives are labeling countries in the Western Hemisphere, identifying recesses of Earth, including continental drift, erosion, natural hazards, weather, and climate. Also, identifying physical characteristics, including landforms and bodies of water.
Alright, the first thing we're going to talk about is the continental drift. The world as you know it today didn't exist 200 million years ago. 200 million years ago, there was one continent. Now, over the course of time, the continents started moving. This is what we call continental drift. And 200 million years ago, it was Pangaea. 135 million years ago, it was Laurasia and Gondwana. 35 million years ago, you started seeing present-day continents between North America, South America, and so on. Now, you have present-day, which you can also identify. These things happened by continental drift, which is caused by magma, which rises through the mantle here and spreads out across the surface, which forms the ocean floor. So in other words, as magma comes up between these mantles, it starts shifting everything that's in the ocean floor and in the continents and moving them apart.
Similar to continental drift is erosion. In continental drift, as the magma pulls up, it creates something new. As in erosion, it is the process of breaking something down. So as you see here, river erosion created the Grand Canyon. As this happened, water ran through.
It's okay. You can do this.
I know I can do it, I just don't know how to do it. Okay. I like the beginning, so I'm just going to start here. Erosion is the process of breaking something down. As in, river erosion created the Grand Canyon as water flowed through. Oh crap! What is it called?
What? The Grand Canyon?
No, how would I say it? Just like little things, because it created breaking away. Little gaps.
I mean, it started out as a
Here,
river.
I'm just going to say in the Earth's surface.
Well, it started out as a river, and over time it has become the present-day Grand Canyon by running through the same path, you know? Something like, I don't know.
Okay. As erosion is the process of breaking something down, river erosion created the Grand Canyon by the river running through and breaking down the sand, breaking the rocks from the walls, and creating a bigger and better Grand Canyon. The glacier erosion created the Yosemite Valley from, as the same thing, breaking something down.
Now we are going to learn about the North American countries. Right here in the red and right here we have the United States. This up here is Alaska, which is also included in the United States. In the blue we have the country called Canada. In the green we have Mexico. The big gray country right here is Greenland. And the small little red country right there is Iceland. And there are your North American countries.
Alright, now Central America. We're going to start here out in the Caribbean Sea. This right here is just the tip of Florida, so that's North America. So you can see that this Caribbean islands are actually really close to the United States. This landmass up here is actually the Bahamas. I'm sure you've heard of people going on cruises to the Bahamas and everything else, so it's really not that far of a trip. Just south of that we have Cuba, also very close to Florida. Here, I know it looks weird, it's actually two separate countries on one island. The left side of it is Haiti, and the right side of it is the Dominican Republic. Just to the east of Haiti and Dominican Republic we have Puerto Rico, which is actually a U.S. territory right now, and they're petitioning to be a state, which I doubt happens, but that's Puerto Rico. Directly to the west of Haiti and Dominican Republic, we have Jamaica. That's it for the Caribbean islands. Well, now on to Central America's landmass. It actually links North America, which this is Mexico up here, and all the way down to South America. As you can see, it's very tiny, it's very skinny, and so we built the Panama Canal, which runs obviously through Panama right here. It's an easy way for us to get around from the east coast to the west coast of North America. Alright, upward of that we have Costa Rica right here, and then we have Nicaragua right north of Costa Rica. Right beside Nicaragua to the northern border is Honduras. Directly south of Honduras is El Salvador. Now, the biggest country up here, closest to Mexico, that's Guatemala. And directly to the east of Guatemala, is Belize. Now on to South America.
And now we're going to go over the South American countries. We're going to start with the largest country of South America, which is Brazil, which houses the rainforest. And southwest of Brazil, which is a landlocked country, is going to be Paraguay. And then south of Paraguay is going to be Uruguay. West of Uruguay is Argentina. And west of Argentina is Chile. North of Chile, right here, is Bolivia. And north of Bolivia is Peru. And north of Peru, we are going to have Ecuador. And north of Ecuador is Colombia. And to the east of Colombia is Venezuela. And to the east of Venezuela is Guyana. And to the east of Guyana, Suriname. And west of Suriname is going to be French Guiana. And that entails the South American countries.
Now we're going to learn about the bodies of water around the world. To start, here on the west, we have the North Pacific Ocean. Now, the North Pacific Ocean can be seen on both sides of the globe. So you see it again over here at the number 4 on this side as well. Then at the number 3 down here we have the South Pacific Ocean. Remember that the Pacific is on the west of the United States, and then the Atlantic, which we're coming to next, is on the east. Then we have the North Atlantic at number 1, and the South Atlantic at number 8. Now, next we have the Southern Ocean and the Arctic Ocean. You can remember that the Southern Ocean is at the bottom in the south, and the Arctic is at the top. So, the Southern Ocean would be at number 5, and the Arctic Ocean would be at number 6. Now last, at number 2, we have the Indian Ocean. If you can remember the countries that we learned over here around Europe, India is located over here, so that Indian Ocean is over here. And now you can see the bodies of water that are located in the earth.
Alright, now we're going to discuss weather. This is actually different types of weather that you're going to be able to find anywhere in the world, not just any specific country. What is weather? Weather describes the state of the atmosphere during a short period of time. The differences in temperature cause different types of weather. Just like the rainforest always rains and the desert's always hot, it's the type of weather there and the temperature that causes that. Weather, it includes thunderstorms, snowstorms, blizzards, tornadoes, hurricanes, rainstorms. Yeah, that's about it. Here you have a picture of a thunderstorm. You have the wind, which is pushing the storm to your right, which is where the storm is moving to. The wind is pushing up and around, and it also forces some of the air down, which is why you get gusts of wind to the left and to the right of the storm at times. But that's the thunderstorm. Now, these are the different types of clouds. The most common clouds you're going to see are cumulus clouds, which those are the ones that are really pretty and people always draw and they look like cotton. But cumulus clouds also are the clouds that develop into thunderstorms, which are called cumulonimbus clouds. They cause lightning, thunder, tornadoes, and the more severe weather. You also have what's called stratus clouds, which I'm sure you will see on the way to school at times. That's often fog, and it's kind of drizzly whenever it is down close to the earth. There's also 4 other types of clouds that we didn't cover here. You don't see them often. You have the cirrus clouds and the cirrocumulus clouds, which those are 18,000 feet and above. You also have the altostratus and the altocumulus clouds, which are 6,000 to 20,000 feet above. And that is it for the weather.
Alright, now we're going to talk about volcanoes and tornadoes. A volcano eruption happens when the pressure in the Earth's core is raised, and it raises the magma through the magma chamber and out the crater, which causes ash and volcanic bombs to be spewed out. It can cause landslides, which take out many towns. And next we have a tornado. Tornadoes cause when warm and cool air meet. They create instability in the atmosphere. Most tornadoes form from thunderstorms, and they're the most violent storms on Earth. They can form at any time and anywhere if the conditions are applicable. And we saw this in Joplin, Missouri, and Tuscaloosa, Alabama, not that long ago. They form when cold, dry air from the north meets warm, moist air coming from the south. And they cause a lot of damage and a lot of heartache through families that aren't prepared for it. And that is it for volcano and tornadoes. Thank you very much.
Alright, now we're going to learn about 2 other forms of weather, the tsunami and the hurricane. A tsunami occurs when an earthquake happens in the ocean water and pushes the water up, which, as it gets closer to shore, the wavelengths shrink and the amplitude, which is the height of the wave, increases. So it creates a huge wave that collapses on shore. We've seen these in the past in countries such as Indonesia and Japan, and I'm sure you've probably seen a lot of it on the news and the mass destruction that a tsunami can do. And then a hurricane occurs when cool, dense air meets warm, moist air that comes off of the water. This occurs in the Atlantic Ocean near the equator, where you have the warm waters, and when the cool, dense air meets the warm waters, they circulate and they become in the shape like a tornado, but it's on the water and makes a hurricane. This can happen in areas like where we live in Mobile and on the shores of the coast where the Atlantic Ocean hits.
And that's it for Project 15. Thank you guys for watching.
Bye.
Bye.